Playoff football, two of the more magical words in the English language and what we have on our sportscast tonight. We start with state tournament semifinals for our North Dakota teams, starting at the 3A level in West Fargo. Cheyenne Mustangs hosting the Minot Magicians. The winner will play for a state title. The loser goes home. The Mustangs coming out on the right side of a one-score battle when these two teams met in the regular season. They hold a 3-0 lead here in the second quarter. Caden Olson back to pass, but his arm is hit as he throws, falls into the Magicians' hands. Griffin Broderick with the interception as the Magi look for their first score of the game. And they won't have to wait very long. Just a few plays into the drive, Tyson Ruziska takes it up the gut. He has an open lane all the way to the end zone. The visitors from the Magic City take a 7-3 lead. The Mustangs looking to respond here on their next drive, and they do in a big way. A bomb down the sideline to Caleb Deere, catches this one over the head of the defender, high steps past him. He's in for 6. The Mustangs reclaiming their lead. They aren't done yet. Just over a minute left in the half. Olson rolls out, lets one fly, and Colby Walter is all by himself. The Mustangs carrying a 17-7 lead into the halftime break. But the Magicians had plenty of tricks up their sleeves in the second half. 47-30 the final. Cheyenne finishes the year at 8-3 overall. And it's a high-stakes battle for our 25th Street rivals. Shanley hosting Davies, looking to continue their title defense. The Deacons strike first. Landon Meyer takes it in himself. The Deacon quarterback with his 17th rushing touchdown of the season. Shanley leads 7-0. It's a 10-0 game later in the opening half. Meyer with the pump fake drops a bomb to one of his favorite targets. Sam Ovshak pulls it in right on the goal line. He's in for 6 more. Deacons with a 17-0 lead. Next drive for Shanley, and we have a case of deja vu. Another deep shot from Meyer to Ovshak down the home sideline. That's not the same play, I promise. Deacons with a 24-point lead, and the Deacons are heading back to the state title game. 31-8 win here tonight. They meet Minot a week from today in the Fargo Dome. And checking in on the AA bracket, one Cinderella run comes to an end while another continues. The Fargo North Spartans with a big win over Horace to stay undefeated. But the big story of the day is the 7th-seeded Grand Forks Central Knights. The Knights are state championship bound after a 14-13 win over defending champion Jamestown. After starting the year with a 1-4 record, they now have a shot at their sport's top prize next Friday. And checking back into the Fargo Dome for our section championships from Minnesota. Barnesville meeting Pelican Rapids for the Section 8 2A title. Pelican Rapids grabbing an early lead against the undefeated defending state champions. Timmy Gueller calls his own number across the goal line. 6-0 lead for the Vikings. Trojans making their way into the red zone on their next drive. Ethan Larson powering this one right up the gut for the tying score. We're locked up at 6. Vikings with a rare passing opportunity now. Gueller buys time, sends this one flying, but a leaping snag from Asher O'Brien shuts that drive down. Possession goes back to the Trojans. Less than a minute and a half later, O'Brien gets the call on offense. Look at the blocking up front. A stiff arm later, he's in for the go-ahead score. Trojans move ahead 14-6. They're heading back to the big dance once again. A 44-14 win to lock down the section crown. And the 3A title game comes down to a rematch between the Dilworth, Glendon Felton, and Morris area Tigers. The Rebels looking to return to U.S. Bank Stadium. They're off to a good start. Drew Hubner on the play fake for the Tigers. Throw over the middle, picked off by Caleb Johnson. Takes this one back into Tiger territory. After getting the interception, Johnson leading the offense into the end zone. Takes this one himself onto the painted turf. The Rebels with a 7-0 lead. After a Morris area fumble on the kickoff, the Rebs go right back to work in the red zone. Handoff to Brody Friend. He's got some friends in front of him, following his blockers all the way to the painted turf. 6 more points for the boys in black. DGF rolling early, and their roll is going to continue all the way to a state championship berth. 35-14, the final from the Fargo Dome. They will play Albany, the Section 6.